Folks, what's up? Basketball is back, and Bet Online remains your number one source for all your sports betting needs this season. You'll always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at Bet Online. And as your continued source for all sports related information, Bet Online features live betting, free contests, and giveaways all season long. Always the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports and events, whether it's NFL, NBA, NHL, MMA, tennis, boxing, or even golf. Head to betonline.ag to join and receive your 50% welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure to use the promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your rewards. Bet Online, where the game starts. Bet Online presents the Bossman Show on your radio. Folks, back on the Bossman Show, friend of the show, Brian Burg, Georgia Southern Eagles down in Statesboro. I saw him at Lake Point this summer, recruiting his tail off, trying to find some guys. Coach Burg, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
Bossman, I appreciate you having me on, man.
Anytime. Let me ask you, man. I know I saw you this summer at Lake Point. I know that's part of your job is recruiting. Tell me about coming those like Lake Point next play to find all those guys there close to home. You can bring home to Statesboro down there. So how's it fun to come up here and look at guys up at Emerson, man?
I feel like Lake Point's our second home. You know, it's been great for us. It was great this spring and summer, having the ability to get out, get a chance, see a lot of prospects. Like I said, it feels like we're back to a little bit more normalcy than ever before. No pauses this past summer, but for us to be able to recruit and realize that the talent in this state is at such a high level, you know, trying to, secure some of those young high school kids early and then get them into the program down here at Georgia Southern.
Now, for you, it's your third year, and I feel like, to me, you might not feel this way. That's how I feel this way for you. It's your first year for me because the first years was COVID years and transition and trying to do it in COVID is difficult. This is the first summer you had a real summer to have you guys on campus and really do what you want to do, get on board, and now you can hit the ground running. This is in the Sun Belt here.
I think you bring up a great point. For our staff, myself, feel like our feet are on the ground, kind of know what's coming ahead. So I agree with you. It's been a 2-year process of going through COVID, but now that's behind us. We're moving forward. I do like my roster quite a bit, especially with the consistency we have with 9 returners and then a solid recruiting class this past spring.
And you got 2 guys from my area here, Luke Keller and Branson Tucker. Tell me about those young men from this area, Atlanta metro area that you have down in the roster, the sophomores for you.
2 of the hardest working guys on our team. You know, they went through a tryout period last year, caught our eye based on their work ethic, based on their character. These guys represent our program greatly, and very fortunate to have those guys here at Georgia Southern.
No doubt. And let me ask you, Coach Burg, because I look at your schedule. You have MTE, and I don't see too many of those guarantee games on there now, which is in the Sun Belt Conference. So, how was being a Sun Belt would it be more powerful now as it is? Change how you schedule now.
Well, you look at our first 2 games of the year. Us going out to California, guarantee games, and then having a quick turnaround to play 1 home game at home before we go to Houston and play in a guarantee MTE down in Houston that Rice and Houston Baptist are putting on. So, you look at the Sun Belt Conference, 14 teams. It's one of the best mid-major conferences in the country, especially with the addition of, James Madison, Old Dominion, Marshall, and Southern Miss. League was tough before. It's gotten a lot tougher now due to those 4 teams and just how many teams have quality coaches and quality players.
No doubt, Coach Burg, and I feel like this too, man. The Sun Belt does not get the respect it deserves, in my opinion, because of course I'm down here, I'm biased, but it's some great ball in the Sun Belt. Watching how you guys play, watch how Georgia State plays, watching how a lot of these teams in somebody play. It's like Cliff Ellis does a good job over there at Coastal. So it's like people should really look at this conference, see the talent of player, the quality of coaching, and how it's a dog fight every day. It's really possessions, Coach Burg, in my opinion, how games are decided. Not really talent, it's just possession wise. It's a play here or there, how these games are determined.
I think you look back over the years, Bossman, and the Sun Belt's produced pros. NBA players have come out of this conference. Then you look at the coaches. You got a Hall of Fame coach, Cliff Ellis, across the board. Legendary coach, Coach Marlin, what he's done at Lafayette, the success he's had. And then, Coach D'Antoni, Coach Byington, Coach Jones at Old Dominion. I can go across the board and go through the whole league, but it's quality coaches. And then at the same time, it's really quality players. I like to compare it to, hey, there's 14 dogs chasing one bone, and that one bone's the NCAA tournament bid. So night in, night out, just like you said, everything comes down to just a handful of possessions. And you want to put yourself in position to be able to play a 4-minute game and then try to win that 4-minute game to win the game overall.
No doubt. Let me ask you this, what you having guys on campus this summer. Talk about the play availability piece for Iron because who are some guys this summer who really got better, be able to have those full 8 weeks to work out and, you all let them get better and not have to worry about, like I said, COVID.
I feel we're a development program. Use that same model that we had at Texas Tech. You bring up a great point. You have the ability to use your 8 weeks. You do have limited hours, but you're able to get a lot of work done. Across the board, our roster, I've seen a lot of jumps from individuals. You get a chance, you see a junior college transition, a guy named Tyron Moore that transferred from Mobley Community College. Him adjusting to the Division I game. He had a huge jump this summer. Excited about him on this upcoming season. And you look at some returners. Andre Saversov had the ability to fine-tune his body. He's in the best shape of his entire life. But I could go through our entire roster. Guys made some jumps. And we didn't have any pauses. You're always constantly looking for consistency. And that's the one thing we had this summer. Guys were able to get into the gym. Guys had the ability to get into a routine. And whenever you had the ability to be consistent, give yourself a chance to get better.
No doubt. And so for you in your practice plans now, as you get closer to game day, are you still doing skill development in practice now, or it's pretty much more team stuff now, or how we defend certain coverages and things of that nature?
We skill development every single day, no matter if it's all season, in season. We're going to have skill development because we're big believers in developing our players. And then the second piece is, with going into the 20 hours, you're able to go a lot longer in practice, but have the ability to still teach and then prepare yourself, 30 practices over a 42-day period to get ready for that first game whenever we fly out to California and play San Jose State.
No doubt. And, for you, also developing the young man's mental game. So how much do you all use film and watching on Synergy to show guys different ways to play, just different coverages, and seeing your young guys, rather than coaches telling you it's A to B, they can kind of go get to C and D on their own now from seeing the game so much.
I'm a big believer in film, 8 to 12 minutes. I kind of lose interest after 12 minutes of film. So our guys come in, we're extremely efficient in regards to what we want to show our players. We do that on an individual basis. And then you also have film before and after practice. Before and after practice, these sessions are extremely short. You might have 8 clips, but you're trying to hit on some key points to get across to your team. But I like the individual base film. You get a chance to take a little bit more time, hit on a specific point, and then that player can learn something from it. So film is a big asset to your program.
No doubt. And I feel like, the players today, I know you and I played, it's a little different than how it was. I remember when I played, it was having 2 bigs. On the end was towards to having 4 out, 1 in, that's 5 out. So for you, having to play a little before me, how's the game changed for you in your mind, man, since me and you both was out there playing?
I think you have the game transitioning to just skilled players. Have players that have the ability to pass, dribble, and shoot. That's why I think this day and age, everyone wants to continue to develop their players. You're seeing in the college game guys that can pass, dribble, and shoot translates to the next level. So we're big believers in being able to work on those skills on a daily basis to develop them over the course of their college career.
And how much in your mind you've seen NBA and international schemes coming to college ball. And what I always tell some college coaches who are my friends too, because they know I went in the NBA a lot. You can actually zone up in college for real. The NBA is like a fake zone. You have 2 seconds to get out of lane, but in college you can load up one side of the court and your play is done. So, how much you see that fall into the college game, these NBA and international schemes?
You're seeing a lot of the European schemes that are ahead of the NBA schemes, in my opinion. The other thing is the NBA spacing based on the rules has better spacing, where you have the ability. It's easier for players, offensive players, to score. But if you look at a lot of Europe, I communicate with Jeff Linder, the head coach at Wyoming, who I think is one of the best offensive basketball minds in the country, and communicate with him about different clubs that we follow in Europe, and just getting a chance to see a lot of the schemes. But in my opinion, it's about 9 months ahead of the NBA. You see a lot of different European concepts that had the ability to make a jump from Europe to the NBA. So big fan of European basketball. Don't think a lot of people in America get a chance to watch enough of it, but the Euro League is a strong league and great coaching and great players.
No doubt. And for you, man, how has the NIL thing helped you all being a Sun Belt and we're growing? Helping your players. Because I know when we play, we didn't have such a thing, NIL. Got us ineligible fast. But how are you using it for recruiting purposes and showing guys, hey, they can use their name if it's like this now, or being down there with you guys in Statesboro?
Bossman, I give credit to our athletic director, Jared Benico. I mean, he put a platform together here at Georgia Southern. Not only did it put an NIL platform together, but we're also using the Alston money, and that's unheard of at the mid-major level. So I give credit to our athletic director, the foundation that he's put in place with NIL, and then also the Alston money. So give credit to him. It's impacting our program.
No doubt, man. And also for last one I got for you, I told you off there, but you got married, man. How's married life going for you, man? And how fun was it to get married this summer, man?
That's my top recruit, boss man. I'm very fortunate. We had a great wedding in Cancun, Mexico. We're there for 7 days. And then as soon as I got back, man, hit the ground running, getting ready for this upcoming season.
No doubt, buddy. Hey, man, I'll see you soon, Brian, and I hope to see you late for the course as well, man. I'm putting my schedule with the Hawks. I'm trying to come see you this year, man, for sure, man. If I don't get you, I'll try to catch you at Georgia State as well, man. So, I'll be cheering for you as always, brother. And I'll be looking forward to talking to you again down the road, man.
Hey, boss man, let's get you down to States, bro, man.
Hey, I want to come, man. I make sure the Hawks is my main chick, so I make sure when the Hawks even get down there and see you, brother.
Sounds good. GATA, man. Have a good one.
See you, man. Folks, what's up? Basketball is back, and Bet Online remains your number one source for all your sports betting needs this season. You'll always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at Bet Online. And as your continued source for all sports related information, Bet Online features live betting, free contests, and giveaways all season long. Always the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports and events, whether it's NFL, NBA, NHL, MMA, tennis, boxing, or even golf. Head to betonline.ag to join and receive your 50% welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure to use the promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your rewards. Bet Online, where the game starts. Bet Online presents the Boss Man Show on your radio.